So, little bit of an update. You guys remember Henry, who is one of late TB Joshua's spiritual sons, or Wisemen, as you might actually call them. Yeah, he recently gave a small little update, as you are seeing it in the title, but we're going to talk about that just now. But also, after that, we're going to also give a little bit of an update on Bishop Zondo. Today, Bishop Zondo is back in court. But I want to just give a little bit of a highlight of details that maybe you might have missed. So on both sides, details you might have not seen, or you might have missed. That's what this particular episode is. Now, I want to also give a highlight for this, because I think it's very easy sometimes to see this information and be a little bit perplexed by it. Not that I fully understand it, but on this one, it's very easy to miss it. But before we do that, it's the Reality Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time over here, do be sure to check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out over there. So let's get straight into the first one. So I'm going to talk about the name change of Wiseman Henry's church. You guys will remember that Wiseman Henry did make a response after the entire BBC jazz, and he was particularly going on the side of saying, you know what, he was one of the 5-story boys, and so he gave his narrative and all that, and he spoke about it in a certain tone. Now, that's not what we are talking about here. Now, there's been a small little update that he has given on his channel. He posted a video, and so his church name is actually called SCOAN Thessalonica. And so recently he announced that they're going to be changing that name. And that particular announcement, he made it thingy on a video with this particular thumbnail. They're written a new name, same fire. And so in that particular video, he announces the name of the change, or the changing of the name. Now, might have been this thought to say, okay, is he changing the name because of the entire jazz that happened with BBC Shandizi and all that entire jazz? And so in his report, he says, no, that's not even the reason, not even close. The reason for the name change, he says, it's because of his previous arrest. If you kind of like look through it, it does state that the name of the new church is going to be Christian Church of All Nations. And so he does cite that to the fact that he was arrested. So he's having issues, okay? He's having issues with the government and authorities over there. And so they said, for us to hand you your thing, for you to function, you're going to have to remove the synagogue part, because it may cause confusion with the Jewish community. So remove that, and we clear. Now, he had a run-in, I think about a year ago, with the police when he was preaching, and he got arrested, okay? And so, yeah, kudos. It was not for something dodgy man. You know, we're tired of talking about dodgy man business. You know, he was arrested particularly for preaching the gospel. They were a little bit hostile over there on that particular subject. They did release him after a while. And so just to clear that part, they asked him to change thingy, and then through that, they can get back their thing. Now, the thing I didn't get, it's what he says about it, okay? Is that this is the name as per God's divine instruction. You know, you guys sometimes you overdo things. we need to kind of come back to you and say, hey, Muna, you are doing too much. Because why is it that you can't just say, you know, okay, we changed to this name here. It still goes with the all nation type of vibes with synagogue. But we just thought, you know, Christian church of all nations. There's nothing wrong to say that you had a thought and you thought it was a good name. But to then, you know, woman them. To woman them, it has to be that God has told them. You know, it can't just be that they decided. No, they can't just make a decision. It's that God has to have had to have said it. Now, that will take us straight into the second story, which is Bishop Zondo. Please, okay? It's okay. The point of what I say is, it's okay to say, you thought this was a good name. Okay? Yeah, it's okay. Not everything that you think, it's now the Holy Spirit that just say that you thought it was a good name. Moving on to Bishop Zondo. Bishop Zondo is going back to court, and I thought it was quite an interesting one that we highlight this particular subject because you might have seen other articles that put out a certain thing. Like, for example, if you saw this particular article here from the Daily Sun, okay, this particular article was published on the 9th of December last year. If you saw that article, you would have noted that the date that gets given in that article, it's a bit different. Okay, in that article it said that the case was postponed to the 12th of March. So you'll be like, Haibo, am I counting wrong or what's going on? That's a different set of case. Yes, that was a different one. Now, don't get it twisted. It's different, but the situation she's still the same. In this article by the Citizen, okay, I think that's the name, the Citizen. This article was published on the 8th, you will notice. It does speak of a case similar in the whole nine jazz. Two more members, so these are two different more individuals that are involved here. In this article, it does put it out that controversial after the act, and then the justice will resume on the 19th of February. And so this article is the one that puts forward the date for this one. Yes, might be going back to court on the in March, but because there was another set of cases, he's going back earlier because there was another one. So it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on over there at the rivers of Benki Waters. That's why the bishop, a few services back, the bishop was speaking like he's forsaken because, hey, it's a lot that's going on. Yeah, don't get yourself involved in too much things because it becomes a lot when you get yourself involved in a lot. So on the ones that appear today, you will notice that is this particular article by the Citizen. These are a new set of cases that you can see there, and he is going back according to this one today. And so that is what's happening today. So if you are wondering how did they shift the date, they didn't shift the date. These are different ones, and then this ones are different ones as well. And so just a little bit update. I'll see you on later on update. Okay, I'll see you on a later on episode. Maybe a different story, as a matter of fact, not even an update. This one I wanted to do it because these are stories that we spoke about, we've talked about several times. I thought, hey, let me give a little bit of an update so that you are not shocked. Which one is this one now? Which cases are this one? Yes, these are different sets of cases, but you can see two more members as it says there. It's Ricky. Like the video. Tell me your thoughts on any particular, but you don't have to say on the Elias story. You don't have to say it's God. If you thought it's a good name, it's a good name. I do think it's a good name. But now every time you have a thought, it's God. Hey, Pomande. It's Ricky. See you on a later on update, on a later on episode at 3 o'clock. Y'all have a good one.